Good morning, Sean. Getting started here. Does it ever get old, or how do you feel your team now manages and understands what it's like to be in the primetime stage, a place that seemingly now is regular for you guys? And is it truly regular business as usual, or is there some acknowledging the stage that you're on?
I think you do that early in the week, where you take a second just to acknowledge and be aware of maybe the different, um, you know, start time for sure, as players build their routines leading into Sunday night. Um, but we try and keep it as routine as possible as we possibly can, and keep everything in scale. I think our team has done a good job of that to this point, and we'll try and do a good job of that again this week.
And when you're looking at film, obviously the stats and things on paper indicate one thing that's happening with Aaron Rodgers and the offense. Maybe the film says something different, but what does history tell you, and how do you have to juggle all of that, understanding this is a Hall of Fame all-time great quarterback, and you know that even if things maybe aren't at the peak right now, he has that ability to flip the switch.
Yeah, someone shared a stat with me recently that he's got 13 straight wins in prime time. So I don't think you need to look any further than that in terms of what he's been able to do in these type of games. And we know he's headed for the Hall of Fame, and he's a reigning MVP of the league. And so we have our work cut out for us on Sunday night here.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah.
Coach, good morning. Mookie Hawkins, Waffle Sports 1080. How you doing?
Morning, Mookie. Good. How are you?
How was the brownies and ice cream last week?
I didn't partake, Mookie. I didn't partake. I held off, but I appreciate it.
Excellent, Coach. What are some of the things that you looking to see out of your team this Sunday coming off a bye week?
Well, I think it really starts with the focus, number one, and then number two would be, recommitting to how we win, and that includes strong fundamentals, taking care of the football, winning the line of scrimmage, things like that. The normal things we talk about is just recommitting to that as we come off the bye here.
Yeah, Coach, and everybody's keep talking about Aaron Rodgers, and we know the struggles, but we know how you always say it's a week-to-week league. But one thing that nobody's talking about is Jones and Dillon. That combination and that run game and that line. Just care to talk about how important that those guys are, on that team.
Yeah, very, very, very good backs. Each has their own skill set and strengths, and they've rode those two for the last couple of years, obviously in different situations and times with how they use those players there. But two good backs. They do a good job in the run game and the pass game as well.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck Sunday.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Sean, know you got an extra week to see what Tre'Davious was able to do out on the practice field. How did you see him come through the week, and encouraged, optimistic, all that point moving forward?
Yeah, Joe, he's done a good job this week. I think he's gaining confidence, and his energy is apparent out there, as you've been out there as well. And I just think every day he continues to get better and progress. And so we just keep taking it one day at a time here.
Thanks. That's all I got.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Sean, I was curious with Spencer not playing on Sunday. He's obviously dealt with a lot of injuries and missed time kind of during his young career. Is there any concern there with him missing more time, or how do you view it as, is it going to be more long-term, or how do you kind of view him missing, some more time here?
Well, I mean, I think he knows, and most players in the NFL know how important availability is, right? And he's had he's come across some bumps in the road last year and then again this season so far. And but we know how mentally tough he is. We know how physically tough he is, and he's gonna be back, and he's gonna be off to another good start. And our hope and prayer is that that this is the last of it, right? And we got to stay positive with it, positive headspace, and he's doing everything he can to get himself back to play here as soon as possible.
And then I was curious, I know we kind of asked you this on Wednesday, but I just wanted to touch base on this again. rotating Kair and Christian at that other corner spot, do you kind of view that as something that is long-term, or what are the pros and are there pros and cons to doing that? Obviously getting them comfortable out there, but both playing time, how do you kind of view, mixing up their playing time like that?
Well, I think, again, you try and do the best thing for the team, and John Butler has a good feel for that during the game, and there's pros to it, there's cons to it. It's the situation we're in as well, and so we try and all the while give them valuable reps that helps them gain experience. And I think they've done a good job of that to this point.